Happy Friday! Woo-hoo. So today we are here with Miss Taylor Copertino.
Yes.
Okay, I'll be honest. I practiced your last name so much because I was like, okay, Copertino. And I was like, Cupertino. And I was like, no, it's not a time zone.
I know everyone always is like, is your name Copertino or Copertino? I'm like, it's C-O-P. And then it's like, not copper though, because there's not two P's.
Yeah. So like, I was like looking and I was like, okay, how am I going to remember this? And I literally was like, Todd and Copper from the Fox and Hound, Taylor Copertino.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird things. So welcome everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you're excited for the long Labor Day weekend ahead. Today we're doing a Meet Our Team episode with our new loan processor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Miss Taylor Copertino. So tell us who you are, what you do and how you got there, and a fun fact about yourself.
Okay. So we started here as a teller and then quickly moved into the loan processing position. I just hit my 90 days last Monday.
Congratulations. I know you started right before my son's birthday.
Yes.
So I was like trying to think about that and I was like, no, she's been here for a minute.
Yeah. So I think it's been 3 weeks now in the loan processing position. So it's been really fun learning that. Fun fact, I just recently started playing Warzone.
Okay, so what is Warzone? I almost tried to Google it and I was like, no, I'm just going to ask. I'm going to wing it.
So Michael plays Xbox all the time. And so at home, that's kind of his jam. And so then I started getting into it, watching him. And I was like, let me see how this thing goes. So
Is it like Halo?
I think so. I'm not very knowledgeable on it. All I know is I go in there and I put my headphones on and mic off because I'm not there yet, and just go to war and find guns and act like I'm at war.
There you Okay, so do you have a gamer name?
I don't have a gamer name yet because Michael wants me to get my own Xbox now, so that way
Will you guys play in like separate rooms?
Yeah, so we thought about separate rooms, but we have this thing too when we play. We put our couches together in the living room, and so that way we're on the same couch together, kind of, I guess. So my mom thinks it's weird because she's like, why are your couches together? I'm like, well, there's a thing. We play video games like this.
Girl, about this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not the weirdest.
Yeah.
I used to play Xbox back in high school with my dad. Mm-hmm. And by play, I think my controller was never actually connected. And I thought I was doing things, but it was really probably just him.
Yeah.
But you played Halo back then. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm like,
I think it's similar. I'm pretty sure.
okay. Because I was thinking when you were like telling me about new console or your own gaming system, I was like, is this PC? Like
So-
those pretty color rainbow ones?
I guess it's more so like Call of Duty. Do you know what?
Yeah.
Does that
Yeah,
make more
yeah,
sense?
yeah.
Okay, it's that. It's Call of Duty, but Warzone. I think they have different series and episodes. Don't quote me on this though. Very new to it.
Okay.
Still understanding.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll get there one day.
Yeah.
I'm sure my son will be like, Mom, come play Warzone with me. I'll be like, oh, I remember this from, and he's like, yeah, you're old. And I'm like, cool. Yeah. Perfect. So before we go any further, because I'm
Yes.
sure his name's going to come up a couple times, who is Michael?
Michael is my boyfriend.
Hey.
Yeah. Whole reason I'm actually in Ridgecrest. So,
Oh, really?
yes.
So welcome to the desert.
Thank you.
Actually, so I know a little bit more about her, but you were born?
So I was born in Vegas. Went to school there for a long time. My mom met my dad and then moved to Washington from Vegas. So
So much better weather. Kind of gloomy today. Is that like Washington weather?
the gloominess kind of reminds me of home a little bit, but I do not miss it at all. I'd rather be here. So,
Really?
yes.
You prefer the like 109-degree weather?
Yes, because even when I lived in Washington, like every second I got, I was in Vegas with my family down there and would never want to come home, like would miss my airplane on purpose and stay longer. And my mom would be super mad, but it's fine.
I way prefer like gloomy, cold, the snow. Like,
Well, if you ever want to go there, you can rent one of my houses. You'll be good to go.
there we go.
I'll have you all set up.
Like Airbnb.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, I'll have to go there. What is there
It's
to
a
do?
nice town to visit,
Okay.
I think. But
What town is it?
So my town is Enumclaw, which is known as Cowtown. But my actual house was in Buckley, which was even a smaller town than this is.
Is it kind of like how Ridgecrest and Inyakern are?
A little bit, yeah. It's like that. So imagine that, but constant towns running into each other. And so it's like you can, like my parents lived in Black Diamond. So I went Black Diamond, Enumclaw, Buckley, and then Bonnie Lake. And so like those towns are literally 10 to 15 minutes each apart. So like you'd just be driving, you're in like multiple different towns all the time. So even moving from Vegas to Washington, me and my mom directionally could not figure it out because everything is so hard to find.
I'm born and raised in Ridgecrest. I moved away for a few years over to the coast and came back, and I still struggle here. People will tell me a street name, and I'm like, huh? If it's not Downs, Norma, or China Lake, and like Bowman,
Yes.
I'm like, Google Maps, where is this?
Yes. Michael gets so mad because I still can't figure out place to go. Like I always joke, I still use my GPS to get to work because I'm not directionally challenged at all. At all.
You're like,
He's like, we go this way every day. I'm like, I give me my GPS, please.
okay, I'm totally the person that's like, turn at the Starbucks and then go up to the Taco Bell and go past here.
Yes.
And then my husband's literally like, oh, you take the 178 east to this and that. And I'm like,
Where?
like, why are there math and numbers in here? Why is this
never gonna
algebra?
get there.
Yeah, I know. I'm the worst. So what were you like in high school then?
Did a lot of sports. I did cheer, messed around with gymnastics quite a bit. Cheer was more towards the end of my junior, senior year.
Okay.
And then mostly soccer was my love of all loves. Did track.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
I love soccer. It's my favorite.
I'm not coordinated enough. There's no way I can't even walk like straight down the lobby. So competitive spirit then?
Very competitive. Extremely.
What do you do here then to keep up with that?
Here too, I did it back in Washington too. After I graduated, I got into CrossFit kind of right away. And then that's kind of kept the competitiveness going because, you know, there's the games and
Have you
all
ever
that.
done the games?
No, but a lot of people lately have been telling me I should get involved in it.
Okay.
We'll see. Maybe a dream someday, but
I think I'm probably maybe totally wrong. I think I saw one of the gyms here posting about like a Las Vegas Open.
it's a possibility. There's a bunch of opens usually that go on.
Okay.
But as far as being qualified to do them, it's insane. Like if you're ever bored, just look up qualifying for one of those.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
While I'm eating my Taco Bell french fries. Perfect. I'm totally going to be like, yeah, that form right there is so dumb as I'm dipping it into cheese.
Exactly.
So cooler weather here, hotter weather there. And you obviously prefer that. What do you enjoy doing though in Ridgecrest, like on the weekends?
So weekends, it was really easy moving here because Michael has two sisters that I hang out with all the time.
Okay.
So it makes it easier. They're kind of my age group. So
Did
made
you
it like
visit here before you guys moved?
yes. So we
Okay.
came last year in July. My leg was broken, so I got to wear a knee scooter the whole time. So that was fun.
In the middle of summer.
The first time I met his parents was on a knee scooter. Pretty, yeah. Actually, his mom brought me the knee scooter because I was on crutches the whole time, and she was like, no, you need this.
Oh, no.
So picked us up from the airport and then knee scootered the whole week. So everyone had to like load my stuff in everywhere. Yeah.
Well, that'd be kinda nice,
interesting.
though.
It was,
But a knee scooter.
yeah.
In the
So
middle
we
of
came
July.
in July, yes. So cast and all. Came in July, and then we actually did a big surprise because they throw an annual Christmas party every year. And ticket.
In July?
No, we came again in December.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
was like, okay,
So
I
we
can
came
see it.
July and December and then moved in March.
That's wild.
Yes. It's kind of crazy, but you know, love happens. So,
Aw, it's like a little story. You're like, love happens. And you're
Yeah.
like, and now we play Warzone.
and now we play Warzone and scream as loud as we can.
So, okay. Do you ever just like get mad and like throw your water or something at him,
So
even though your mic's off?
Michael now got me out of this habit, but I would just slam the remote and there's no batteries on the back, like a cover. So the batteries just go flying everywhere. And he's like, okay, you got to stop doing that. Cause then the game just completely ends. Cause if I get mad during it, then it's just game over. And then I'm even more mad.
Okay, so note to self, get you a controller
Yes.
with duct tape.
Yes. Or like they have, I guess, the charging ones. You just charge them.
Like
No batteries
wireless
needed.
charging.
Mm-hmm.
Man, things are so fancy today. Today I also learned like from my PC, from my laptop, if it's a smarter or newer smart TV, I can like cast my screen to that like Apple TV.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm old. It's fine. And I was like, oh, I didn't know this. And I was like, I'm aging myself, and literally I'm 87 internally. So good to know. I'll find you a little charging like wireless controller.
Yes, that's what I need.
Secret Santa gift. That's not so secret.
That's a secret. I'll know it's you.
I could be like, it's a DV Live community watch member.
There you go.
Perfect. There we go. So what else do you guys like to do around here?
We every weekend we go to what we call the brouhaha, but it's always in the group text who's going to the brouhaha.
Okay.
But we like to go up there, hang out.
That's the brewery in town? Okay. I was going to say, it's either like Flightline or...
Not Flightline.
Indian Wells Brewery?
Indian Wells. There we go.
Shout out to Mr. Ricky Lovett.
Yeah. We love it up there. When it's not the W out the wind.
Oh, yes.
I've learned all about that. Full disclosure, that was not disclosed to me before moving here. That's the only thing I didn't know about. And then when we got here, it was just all wind. And I was like, I wasn't told about all this.
Michael, what is wrong with you? Rude. It's also like bringing in someone who's never been here at night because it looks all pretty.
Right.
And then in the morning, they're like, what is this
Where
place?
am I?
Has he taken you to Trona yet?
No.
The fact the plant out there is so creepy to me.
Okay.
I remember as a kid, like driving by it, I always thought Freddy Krueger lived there for some reason.
Oh, geez.
No idea. No idea why. And then my husband worked there for a long time, so I got used to it.
Yeah.
But looking back on it, I'm like, this is such a odd place, but it's such a staple here. And it's so fun to go to. Trona natives are going to kill me for this, I've heard. I call it Darwin Falls.
Okay.
It's like a little waterfall out in the middle of the desert. You hike up to it and everything.
Oh, I've been wanting to find hikes. That's one thing I will say I miss about Washington. Is the hikes out there are gorgeous.
Okay.
And I haven't really ventured to do that because I'm like, oh, it's just dirt out here. Like, what can I go see?
As I say, it's more forest, I assume, up there. If anyone watching has some good trail hiking places, drop them in the comments and let us know.
Yes.
Or shoot us a direct message and I'll pass them along.
Please.
I think there's like Owens Peak, stuff like that. Owens Peak is pretty easy.
Yeah.
5 Fingers.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to have a whole day trip, there's Mount Whitney.
Okay. That would be a big one, wouldn't
That's
it?
a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. Owens Peak isn't too terrible, though. I've done it a couple times. So I feel like if I can do it, anyone can.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
For real. But no, the other ones, like you hike out in Trona, and there's this little tiny pool almost out there. Yeah. And from what I remember, I think it's pretty clear.
I've been to Kernville since I've been here. I loved it up there. And I've heard about some hikes up there too, I think.
7 Teacups.
Maybe.
I think that's one. And then Trail of 1,000 Giants. Not so sure if anything's really open right now.
I know. Yeah.
Good old Kernville. I hope everyone's doing well up there.
Yeah.
I just trailed 100 Giants. Yep. And it just breaks my heart seeing all that. So
I know.
But I think more up towards Bishop and everything. There's Bristlecone. So again, if you guys know of any hikes, let us know.
Please.
I'll look them up on YouTube while I'm eating my French fries.
Asking for a friend.
Hashtag asking for a friend. Maybe. So the brouhaha. Have you guys been to the new arcade?
No, we haven't been up there recently. So is the arcade open already?
Yes, I believe they opened last week or 2 weeks ago now.
Okay, because we all been kind of crazy busy right now, but so I haven't been up there since they opened.
Someone asked me, they're like, oh, did you go to the arcade? And I was like, huh?
What arcade?
And I was like John's Pizza?
I heard they're having, because I know my parents went in there to look around a little bit, and I think they said that there's all kinds of games in there, and it's kind of, like the old Dance Revolution.
Oh, that would be fun.
Like old school games, I think.
I wonder if they have any of the ones where you sit in the race car and can drive, or the
the motion ones.
Yeah. And what was it? I always loved going to John's Pizza here when they had their arcade open and they had skee ball.
Skee ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved that one. Where you throw
Holes. Yep.
Yeah. I remember throwing one time and didn't realize you were supposed to roll it. This is why people don't take me anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So, but no, that'd be fun to go up there and see it. Something different for here.
Yeah, and especially because they let like the families and kids up there, so it'll be nice for the kids to have something extra to do. Like there's cornhole,
And that's at the brewery section, right? Because it's still separated.
Yeah.
I think. And have you been to the hot dog or the hamburger place up there?
Yeah, we go up to
Virgil's?
Yeah, we stop in there once in a while, but we usually go to what's the burger place over there in Newkern?
Classic Burger.
Yes, sometimes we'll get a bunch of stuff from there and go up to the brewery.
I love their breaded mushrooms.
Never had
Those are my favorite. We used to have where Effin' Tacos is now, a place called Junk Food Junction. And I remember growing up, my mom always going there. So when Classic Burger opened, I was like, this is fantastic. But I've never had, I think, their pickles there.
because they have fried pickles too, right?
I think so. At least some people have told me about that.
Yeah, I'm more of a jalapeno girl, but
Yeah, not me. No.
Yeah.
I don't know how y'all do the spicy.
yeah, Michael's grandfather, he actually grows. He has like a full garden, and every time we go over there, he'll just have like a big bag of jalapenos to send me home with.
There we go. I'll get you some also. I just started planting and I was like, what am I going to do with all these jalapenos?
Yes, give them all to me.
To you and Miss Lorena.
Yeah, we'll share.
There we go. So let's get into some financial institution stuff since I guess,
We kind of work for one.
Anna doesn't count the money. That's a blessing for all our members.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah. 2 + 2 = 5, right? No?
Not quite. -1.
A squared.
No.
What you came here with extensive banking knowledge. Tell us a little bit about your history there.
So I worked for Bank of America for 8 years before I got here. And then I was...
Corporate life.
Yes, corporate life. So I was supposed to get a transfer here, but with all the COVID stuff going on, it was kind of hard to just transfer me into a position with them. Is kind of how that happened. So had to look for a job, obviously. So, because I was moving.
Job. Who needs a job?
Kind of. Yeah. So when I got here, I had a couple side jobs that I did. I worked at, we drove 18 hours here, and then I got like a couple hours of sleep, and then actually interviewed at Home Depot.
Okay.
We started there when we first moved here, ProDesk, and then moved from there into just having that till I applied to other places and stuff. So I went on a couple interviews, and then I actually had a job at a different credit union before I got walked upon Desert Valleys. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then Michael needed to do like a notary of some sort. So he came in, and Alex actually was helping us. And then
Good old Alex.
yes,
The dreamer.
the dreamer, we were able to get his notary done and everything. But during that, like Alex was talking to me about his notary and what he had to do to get it. And I was like, oh, I didn't have to do any of that. And he's like, well, where'd you get your notary from? And I was like, well, I worked for Bank of America for 8 years before I moved here. And he was like, what?
So
8 years of experience
in Washington?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the process was completely different. But then I asked, I was like, are you guys hiring by chance? And then he's like, yes, we are. I was like, okay.
Not desperate or anything, Alejandro. If you guys are wondering who Alex is, if you don't know, go back a couple episodes and we actually have him on a Meet Our Team as well.
Yes. So he had told me the position was kind of already filled, but they said with my experience, he wanted to still give me an interview. So then ended up coming for my interview, but I'd already had a job kind of lined up. So then I was like, okay, well, I'll just kind of go for the experience, see what happens. Because to me, the position was already full. So
And let me tell you, going for like interviews when you don't need them and just gaining that experience and like people skills is valuable.
I feel like they always go better than what you expected them to be too. When you don't have the tense feeling of like, I have to get this job or I'm in
need
trouble.
this.
Yeah.
I need groceries in like 2 weeks. I need this.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, just through my interview, it was incredible. I was sold on the spot, and then I ended up getting hired here. So it's been.
At least we didn't scare you off.
No. And everyone keeps joking, like, now that I'm in the loan processing position, like, back here with everybody, they're like, wow, you haven't gotten scared off yet. You're not trying to crawl back up to the front. I'm like, no, I'm actually loving it, guys. Like,
it's different.
It is different.
I mean, the front is very fast paced and, you know, social.
Yes.
And back here, it's like a library.
Yes. I know. So was the scariest part for me. Cause like I've always been, even with Bank of America, like I've kind of tapped into the loan process side a little bit, but wasn't really in the loan department, say, for Bank of America. But then,
what were your positions there? Did you start as a teller?
Yes.
And work up?
Teller, sales service specialist is what they called it. Then they transitioned it to an RB, which is a relationship banker is what they called it.
Okay.
And then relationship manager after that. And then I was an assistant manager as well.
So many hikes.
Yes. Yes. So, and then my mom worked for Bank of America too. So really I was just raised into banking because when my mom was working there, she actually worked at the center that I was working out of for most of my career.
Okay.
Before she got promoted and moved on. But I just remember going there and getting dropped off all the time and doing my homework in the back room and coming out. And so,
like, you were comfortable there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I love this story about at member movie night and your mom calling you.
Eric talks about it almost all the time.
I think it's hilarious. Go ahead.
Yes. So, member movie night, we were supposed to go after work and we closed Desert Valley's down early and all went over there. And my mom called me about something. I don't even remember what it was, but I was like, Mom, I really can't talk. Like, I'm busy working. I'm probably going to be working till 10 o'clock tonight. And then she was like, what do you mean you're working till 10 o'clock? What are you doing? And I was like, well, we are
How do you explain that?
Yeah, right. I'm going to the movie theater.
We're at the movies.
Yeah. For work. Yeah. And that's basically how I went. And she was like, I don't understand. I was like, well, Mom, I work for a credit union now, not a corporation. So we get to actually go do fun stuff.
we do a lot of fun, quirky stuff.
Yes, we do.
What is the biggest difference between corporate banking, I guess, and the credit union world that you've noticed?
The biggest thing for me, especially now being in the loan department, honestly, like, and Eric had told me about this and warned me of this when he hired me. You just can do so much for your members. That also would probably be my biggest thing, is I had to go from saying customers to members. So every time I would say customers, I'd catch myself very quickly and switch it to members. But just being able to help your members and really figure out their full picture and not just, you know, looking at them as a computer-based, if you know what I mean. So, like, if you do an application online, there's nobody actually looking at you and understanding you and your background. And
like, they pull up your credit score and they see the flaws, but they don't see what you've done since then.
Right. What you've done since then. You know, we make the decision here, really, is to value the member and really take into consideration, you know, their relationship with us, with the credit union, as well as, you know.
And they talk to a human.
Right.
So.
And I mean, you talk to humans too at Bank of America, but our hands are so completely tied to the point where we can't go above and beyond and make that exception. Where here at Desert Valleys, it's just been really an awing experience to just watch the full loan process and from beginning to end now, and that I've learned, and just really being able to just help the member and try to get them what they need or want.
I think that's the biggest, I don't even know how to say, like, the most thankful thing about this job is, like, being able to sit down with people and treat them like people.
Yes.
The last year, everybody, I think, kind of had some sort of sense of disconnection.
Right.
And so when they come in and they actually get to explain and not feel shame or guilt or, you know, this is what's going on. And it's a comfortable environment. So having people like all of you in the loan department do that is amazing.
It is. It's been a lot of fun to learn too.
And I think it's just different for people on that side. Like, they're like, oh, it's just a bank. And it's like, we're a credit union. Like when someone's a new account and I pop over my little wall.
Right.
And I'm like, we're a credit union. They're like, what's the difference? And I'm like, oh, let me tell you.
There's a lot.
Like, oh.
It's a huge difference. And I never really thought that too when I worked for a corporation, because people would always, credit union this, credit union that. And I'm like, okay. But then you work for one and it is completely different. Like, I don't see myself ever going back to a corporation, honestly, after watching the credit union. And
even when we make you do quirky stuff, like, what was it, your first week here? And I'm like, hey, you want to be on our member movie night video? And you're like,
yeah, sure. What does that mean? I don't know. I'll do it anyways.
So, but I think it's out of everything so far. We've had a jam-packed summer with things reopening, being able to do stuff. What has been your favorite, I guess, credit union moment?
Credit union moment.
I mean, we do a lot of weird things.
We do a lot of weird things. I think watching the bloopers we had from the commercial we did, that cracked me up. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't know this was part of it. I didn't know I was going to have to see myself again.
It's hard. Let me tell you, I still remember sitting here and Paul's like, Amanda, just look at the camera and go. Say it like a few times. And I'm like, this is so hard and awkward.
Right.
Like, I can't make eye contact with the camera.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a different thing.
Even right now, like I'm probably in my office cringing because I can hear this in the lobby playing. And I'm like, why?
Please don't.
So if anyone's out there and wants to like come by and give me a high five or talk to me about hikes, I'll call Taylor up here and we'll just chit chat.
There we go.
So as we start to wrap this up, you love the credit union, I assume. And then what draws you to staying with the Desert Valleys team?
It's just authentic. I feel like, when it comes down to the job, it's what I've already said. We just are here to help our members and we don't have the pressure of anything else but that. And then, now that I've been here for 90 days and kind of got to know everybody, and we've done some team bonding stuff, and it doesn't feel like I'm coming to work every day.
You got to see us all at our picnic.
Yes.
Running around, being weird.
Limbo was fun.
Yes. We just thank you to all the members who had patience and understanding with us for our company appreciation day.
That was a lot of fun.
We limboed, and let me tell you, we limboed. And I totally thought, I think I did throw my hip out or something afterwards. The next day I woke up and I'm like, why am I so sore?
Yeah, because then you guys ended up tying it up by paper, rock, scissors, right?
Yeah, because I looked at Melissa, who ended up winning. She is someone else in the loan department, Cindy Llewellyn's daughter-in-law.
Yes.
We both just stared at each other and like, you got to keep going until someone loses. And I was like, you want to Rochambeau over this? Because I can't do that. And she's like, yeah. And they're like, you guys can't do that. And I was like, we are.
We're doing it right now. Watch.
I was like, watch me. But that was fun. And then I enjoyed bingo.
Yeah, I didn't get to do the bingo. No, I didn't do bingo.
Did you go home and play Warzone?
Probably. No, my mom's a big bingo person. So I'm just not into bingo anymore. She asked me to go so many times and I did it for her, just for her, but nope.
Dana here, she was like, we got to play bingo. And then I started seeing so many other of our team members were like, yeah, let's play bingo. And I was like, whoa.
You're like, everyone's super into it.
Yeah, I lost all of them. My 4-year-old won. And I was like, really?
You're like, wait a minute.
This isn't fair. So, no, it was good.
It was a lot of fun.
Kettle corn.
A lot of games. Oh, we took 2 bags.
Did you?
We
I
did.
didn't even get my 1 bag.
Oh, well, if I have mine still home, I'll bring it to you.
No, it's fine. Well, I'll just go to Tutu's at the farmer's market.
There you go.
Have you been to the farmer's market yet?
No.
Oh, they have fresh jalapenos too that are giant.
Where's it at?
It's over at Ridgecrest Cinemas.
Okay. I know where that
On
is.
Saturdays, 8 to 12. I should know this off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it's 8 to 12 right now. If anyone knows, drop that in the comments too. I'll double check also. They do summer and winter hours. So they do 8 to 12 and 9 to 1, I believe, when it's cold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we had a ton of those back home.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Yeah, they do that one. Lots of jalapenos. And I want to say one of the bread vendors does a cheese jalapeno bread or something too. I don't know.
So I'm sold.
I'm not there for the spicy. So, well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being a part of the team.
I'm excited.
Everyone, have a great long weekend, and I will see you again in 2 weeks. Bye, guys.